Official Detective, dedicated to the men who guard your safety and protect your home, your police department. Official Detective, presented in cooperation with Official Detective Stories magazine and starring Craig McDonald as Detective Lieutenant Dan Britt.
Lieutenant Dan Britt, headquarters. If there's anything the criminal hates more than a cop, it's an informer. But the Squealer takes his chances. On one side of the scales is the money he'll receive for his information. On the other, his life.
Go on, Pete. Pick it up.
No, thanks. You sound like you mean it. I do, Manny.
What's the matter, Pete? I never yet met a guy that turned his nose up at $100,000.
You know what's the matter?
No.
We copped $500,000 on that job, Chris. 500 G's. It was supposed to be a three-way split. And $100,000 ain't 1/3 of 5.
The way I figure it is.
You figure wrong.
Now, listen and get this straight, Pete. For your part in the act, you get 100 G's. The rest goes to me and Manny. $100,000, Pete. Now, pick it up.
Where's the rest?
I told you, me and Manny. Right, Manny?
Right.
You see? Manny ain't squawking.
But I am. I thought it was supposed to be a three-way split, Chris.
You thought wrong.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take this line down.
I don't know what you mean by that, Pete, but if you start any trouble, I'll lay you flat on your back. Right, Manny?
Right. But you said...
I don't care what I said. Now, look, Pete. If you want it straight, I'll give it to you straight.
Do that.
Manny and me pull that heist, no thanks to you.
What do you mean?
Just what I said. You were just a lookout. It was Manny and me went in the currency exchange. It was Manny and me did the dirty work. We shot up the guard. We took the risks.
I still say knocking off that guard wasn't smart.
Point is, we had to. It was him or us. So all in all, Pete, me and Manny figure we did most of the work. And that's why we're taking a bigger split. You ought to feel glad we're letting you have even $100,000 of it. Now, take it. Or leave it.
Okay. I'll take it.
Smart.
But I don't like it.
Tough.
I'll see you guys later.
Where you going?
Out.
Manny.
Huh?
I don't like his attitude. Tail him. See where he goes.
Sure.
I got it, Joe. Lieutenant Britt.
Hello, Lieutenant. Wendy Clark.
Hi, Wendy. How are you?
Not bad. You?
Oh, working as usual.
Anything new on that currency exchange robbery?
Not a thing. The guard died in the hospital. I suppose you know that.
Yes, I heard. Look, Lieutenant, if you do get a lead, will you give me a break on it?
You know you're my favorite reporter.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
Right, Wendy?
Wendy Clark?
Yeah, nice kid.
Well, I suppose you was asking about the exchange robbery.
And so's the commissioner.
Well, we know as much now as we knew 2 days ago, which isn't much.
Something will break, Joe. It's got to.
Miss Clark?
That's right.
I'm the guy that called you on the phone. I figured this place was good as any to meet.
Not exactly high class, but I've been here before.
Now, listen, Here. What do you have?
Another coffee.
Beer and coffee.
What's your name?
Call me Pete.
Pete what?
Just Pete. Can I trust you?
I've come this far without getting you into trouble. Now, what's all the mystery about, Pete?
That currency exchange job the other day.
What about it?
I hear they're offering 25 G's reward.
That's right.
I'd like to get that dough.
Oh, easy enough. You can lead the police to the people responsible for the guard's death.
I can.
You kidding?
No, I ain't kidding.
Who did it?
Not so fast.
There's some strings attached.
Yeah, a few.
All right. I'm listening.
Here's the pitch, kid. I'll make it short and plain. I had something to do with that heist.
You were in on it?
In a way. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't no killer. I didn't bump that guard. I was against it from the start.
No doubt. Go on.
Here's my angle. If I start talking to the law, I put my own neck in the noose.
I don't see how you can avoid it.
I know. I ain't arguing that one. But I don't want that noose tightened up. Know what I mean?
No. And I don't see where I fit into this either.
Look, Miss Clark, you got a good rep in this town as a police reporter and a person. The cops like you. They trust you. Guys like me, we like you, too. You ain't never crossed any of us, yet.
Never mind the flattery.
Now, you got influence with the law.
Now, wait a minute. You want me to speak in your behalf. If you turn in the rest of the crowd, you want to be sure of leniency from the court. Is that it?
Yeah, you got it. And another thing, the reward. I want a guarantee on that. Maybe they'll send me up, but I want a guarantee on that reward. 25 G's. Well, what do you say, Miss Clark? Think you can swing it?
I don't know. Lisa and I get along, but I'm not sure we get along that well.
And look, kid, you got nothing to lose. Everything to gain. The story. The exclusive, probably a raise. Why, I'd even give you part of the reward if you want.
No, that's not necessary.
Well?
I'll see what I can do, but don't count on anything.
Oh, thanks, kid.
Meet me at the office tonight, and I'll...
Office? Oh, no, nothing doing. It's too risky.
Well, all right. Here's my home address. Come up about 8. I'll let you know what happens.
Good. But look, Miss Clark, don't cross me, will you? I'm dealing with you because you got a good rep, and I think I can trust you. Don't let me down, will you, kid?
I won't let you down.
Well, it's good to see you, Wendy. Sit down.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
Oh, what's on your mind?
The currency exchange robbery.
I told you earlier today we have nothing new on it.
But I have.
What do you mean?
I talked to somebody a little while ago. Somebody closely connected with the men who pulled the robbery and shot the guard.
Who?
He didn't tell me his name.
You mean you talked to him, saw him, got information from him, and you don't know who he is?
That's it.
Look, Wendy, what's this all about?
Hold on, Lieutenant. Hold on. Don't get the feeling. It's one of those deals, that's all.
What deals?
This person was in on the robbery. I don't know how much he had to do with it, but he was there. Now, the point is, he wants to turn informant, but he wants a deal.
From the DA?
Right. Now, I don't know the district attorney that well, and you do. You think you can talk him into something?
I doubt it.
Well, you can try.
Maybe.
This certain party wants a good slice of leniency and a guarantee on the $25,000 reward.
He's not asking much, is he?
Well, sure, it's a big price, but look what he's giving in return. The people who pulled the job, killed the guard, and possibly most of the money.
Uh-huh. Now, what's his name, the guy you spoke to?
I told you I don't know.
Come on, Wendy.
He put his trust in me. He didn't have to. The least I can do is play ball with him.
What about me?
If you play ball with us, you can crack this case. Nothing to lose, and everything to gain.
You've got me on a spot.
Oh, what do you say, Lieutenant? Will you go along?
I'll see what I can do. But I can't promise anything.
Well, and, Lieutenant.
Yeah?
Don't have me shagged, huh? Just trust me.
If I didn't trust you, I'd have you locked up. Now get out of here, Wendy. I've got work to do. With the DA.
Hello, Manny. Where you been all afternoon?
Hailing Pete, like you asked me to.
He's up to trouble, Chris.
Yeah? Well, spill it.
Oh, first he goes to Casey's Tavern over on Carbet.
Yeah, I know where it is. Get to the point.
Well, he meets a dame. Good-looking dame, too. Talks to her.
About what?
I don't know. I couldn't get near enough to hear him without him seeing me. But I asked around, see? Who do you think the dame is?
Come on, Manny.
Wendy Clark. Crime reporter in the Trib.
That double-crossing punk.
Oh, that ain't all. He's up there now.
Up where?
That dame's place over on 32nd Street. I tailed him. Went up about 15 minutes ago, 8 o'clock.
That punk figures to cross us. I can see that much. Come on, Manny.
Where to?
The dame's apartment. And bring your rod.
Toss a match, Joe.
Sure thing.
Thanks.
So, the DA is going to play, huh?
Yeah, he said he would.
How far?
If we nab the killers, and if this guy at Wendy's is telling the truth about how much he had to do with the robbery, then the DA is willing to ask the court for leniency.
What about the reward?
Company said they're willing to pay it.
You told Wendy?
Yeah, phoned her about an hour ago.
It's 8:30 now. When don't she get back to us?
Sometime tonight.
I hope it pans out.
You and me both.
But if you ask me, Wendy's the one who deserves the reward.
Yeah. Match, Joe.
I just gave you one.
It didn't take.
And then what did you do?
Went back to the place.
On Cressy Street?
Yeah.
The money's there now?
Yeah. 400 grand.
Is it in a bag or something?
Chris's suitcase.
Including your 100,000?
Uh-huh. Only why I trust him with it, I don't know.
You'd better stop worrying about it. Money will have to go back to the exchange. All of it. But you say 400,000. I thought it was 5.
No, we only got 4.
I think
Anything else you want to know?
Got it all. As soon as I arrange these notes, we'll run down to headquarters. Then I'll get the story over to the paper.
Think this will work out?
Why shouldn't?
I mean the DA. He won't cross me, will he?
Don't worry so much. Oh, excuse me. Yes?
Back up, sister.
Wait a minute.
Back up.
What's this all about?
Shut up.
There he is, Chris. Chris, listen. Listen.
You punk. You dirty, lousy punk.
Oh, Chris, don't. I swear, Chris, I didn't.
Bring the girl over here, Manny.
Move, sister.
I'd still like to know what this is all about.
And I'd like to know what Pete told you.
I didn't tell her nothing, Chris. I swear I did.
How many times I got to tell you?
Take a look at this.
What?
Here's the papers. Interesting, huh?
Let me see. Yeah, you've been working hard, haven't you, sweetheart?
I always work hard.
2 copies, too. Oh, well, the whole inside story here on paper. Manny's name, my name. Even Pete's part in it. How we pulled off the job, where the dough is, everything. Nice, sweetheart. Very nice.
Thanks for the compliment.
So you'll never see the front page. Right, Manny?
Right, Chris. Chris, I didn't tell her nothing. I swear, Chris, I don't...
You lousy crossing punk.
Chris, wait! What's the name, Chris?
Get away from that door. I'm telling you.
Too bad. He wasn't a bad-looking kid.
There's the fireplace, Manny. Burn these 2 copies.
Sure.
Then we'll scram this place.
Oh, you're forgetting something. That 100 grand we gave Pete is in his pocket.
Get it. You can't use it now.
Morgue wagon's on the way, Lieutenant. M.E. said he'd have the slugs for as soon as possible.
Okay, Joe.
Snap out of it, Lieutenant. Come on now.
She was a fine girl, Joe.
Yeah, I know.
I'll get the punk who did this.
Sure. Print boys are working, but I doubt if they'll get anything.
Make 'em try hard.
The guy's name was Radin. Pete Radin.
Don't know him.
A couple of things in our files, but not much. Small-time crook.
I wish I knew the names of the rest of the mob.
I wonder if he told Wendy anything about this.
Hard to say, but he probably had. That's why she got it.
Want to take a look around?
You go ahead. I'll go back to headquarters. If you find anything, let me know.
Check.
Manny! Manny!
Yeah, I'm here.
How many times do I have to call?
I heard you.
Start packing.
Packing what?
Our clothes, what do you think? We're going to blow this town out. Snap it.
Sure.
Come in, Joe.
Well, we went over the apartment, didn't find much.
Anything at all?
Yeah. Evidently, Wendy had written the whole story in outline.
How do you know?
We found some charred papers in the fireplace. Most of it wasn't legible, but there was enough to tell us what it was about. She'd made an original and one copy. Got it all on one page.
Police probably found him, burned him. How much of the story was readable?
Not enough. No names except Pete Radin. No addresses.
Uh-huh. An original and a copy, you said?
Yeah, what?
Come on, Joe. Let's take another look at that apartment.
How you doing?
Okay. Got any more shirts to go in here?
Yeah, one or two.
By the way, where are we headed?
I figured on Florida.
Now, that sounds great. It's nice and warm down there.
I'll get it. Yeah?
Your name Marvin? Chris Marvin?
Yeah, why?
I'd like to talk to you.
Sorry, fella, I haven't got time.
I'm sorry, too, but I'd like to talk to you.
Sure. What do you want?
I want you, Marvin, and this guy here. Name's Manny Klinger, right?
So what?
So you're both under arrest.
Listen, I don't get this. What are you trying
Name's Britt, Marvin. Lieutenant Britt.
Cop.
Yeah.
You got a warrant?
Search and arrest.
What are you searching for?
Number one, a bag. A bag that should contain $500,000. Two, a gun, caliber .38.
You got no 500 G's.
I'll take a look anyway, if you don't mind.
And we got no gun either, copper.
Sorry, I can't take your word on it. Now, let's look around.
Wait a minute.
Yeah?
What's the charge?
Two charges. One, robbery. Currency exchange a few days ago. Two, murder. Triple murder. The exchange guard, Pete Radin, and Wendy Clark.
I don't know anything about any of that.
Cut it, Marvin. I know the whole story.
Yeah, who told it to you?
Wendy Clark.
Wendy Clark.
No, she didn't come back to life, Marvin. But before she died, she wrote the whole thing down on paper, as Pete gave it to her. Everything about the robbery, where the money is, who shot the guard. Everything.
Nuts.
Don't get cocky, Marvin. Sure, you think you're in the clear because you burned those two copies of the outline she wrote. You did a good job, too. But you forgot something.
Yeah?
There were two copies, all nice and neat. But two copies mean carbon paper. That's what you forgot to burn, Marvin. Wendy used a fresh carbon on that story. All we had to do was hold it up to a mirror and read it. See it now?
So what? Just because a dame
That's only
said...
part of the evidence. The rest will back it up. When I find the gun and the bag with the money, you won't have a leg to stand on in court.
I guess not.
And don't try a break, Marvin. That goes for you too, Klinger. I've got a bunch of boys with me. They're outside in the hall. You two step outside to take you in.
Sure, just let me change my
Don't reach
clothes.
for a gun, Marvin.
I only...
Do I have to tell you twice?
No. No, you don't have to.
Everything okay, Lieutenant?
Fine, Joe. Clean these two characters. We'll take them in.
You have just heard Official Detective, tense, dramatic stories of criminal investigation, starring Craig McDonald as Detective Lieutenant Dan Britt. Sergeant Joe Allen was played by Lawson Zerby, and Chris was Joe DeSantis. Wendy was played by Margaret Draper, Pete was Milton Herman, and Manny was Sandy Strauss. Official Detective is produced and directed by Win Wright, written by William K. Wells, Jr., with special music by Chet Kingsbury. All names of persons and places used in this program are fictitious. Any resemblance to names of actual persons, living or dead, is coincidental. This program came from New York. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.